If you're a Muslim trying to get back to the deen, but you're always struggling, you get knocked down, you get back up, and then it's just a mental battle all the time, then I hope that this video put things into perspective for you, just maybe help you a little bit. You know, one of the things that helped me connect back with the Quran is when I reflect on the day where all of our current worries, our current stresses, all the things that we deal with, they won't matter anymore, and we're going to have to deal with a bigger stress, the bigger worry, and we're going to have to stand in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and answer to all of our actions. And understanding and realizing that one day we're going to be in a completely different reality, the true reality, where you're either in a place of pleasure or in a place of punishment. And what you're investing your time in right now is what's going to determine your final destination, your eternal destination. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, فَمَنْ زُحْزِحَ عَنِ النَّارِ وَأُدْخِلَ الْجَنَّةَ فَقَدْ فَازَ. That's the reality of it. So for me to connect back with the Quran and better my relationship with it is a source of peace to me, understanding that this is bringing me closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because I wasn't always this close to the Quran. I had a stage where I struggled a lot, and that was just, it was hurting me a lot. Okay. You know, me as a Muslim man, I've followed a lot of creators, a lot of content creatives in this field who are not Muslims. And to be fair, I've gained a lot of inspiration and I've learned a lot of things from their content. But there was always this missing piece. There was always this gap between me and them. And every time I feel the inspiration, there was just this part of me that's always thinking about the bigger picture of all of this. And the fact of the matter is, I'm a Muslim. And whatever I'm doing, I'm trying to connect back with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. At least that should be the goal. And we aspire to have that in our actions too. So you know, me trying to establish this brand through Inspo, you know, the name, came out of a place where I lacked true inspiration. I wanted something to fulfill that gap. I wanted to see something that when I look at, I realize that I can achieve something to that extent, and I do it for the right purposes too. I guess what I'm trying to say here is, if you're struggling and you're trying to connect back with the Quran, you can't rush this process, and instead you should consider it as a lifelong journey where every day you wake up, you do your portion of connecting to the Quran. You know, you do your portion of practicing the Quran. You do your portion of understanding the Quran, getting closer to Allah every day. You know, Ramadan is coming up here, is approaching us very quickly. So let's establish something together. Let's build the momentum right now. Let's just have the intention that, you know what, this Ramadan is going to be different. Bi-idhnillah. This sounds cliche, but inshallah, you know, together we can do this. Bi-idhnillah. I'm going to open the Quran right now, and I'm just going to do one thing at a time. You know, think about the method that I explained in my last video, where, you know, you just do 2 words, you know, in 5 minutes, or 2 in 10 minutes, whatever your time allows, you know, and understand that anytime you give back to the Quran, trust me, from personal experience, from other people's experiences that talk to me, that I always am in contact with them, every time they give to the Quran will give them back even more. I think that was my message, yeah. I honestly don't know if I explained my thoughts, and this was all like spontaneous. But I really hope that this reaches your hearts, because, again, this is cliche. Sometimes you just need to speak something out of your heart to reach people's hearts. And this video doesn't have any edits or fancy things, or it's just me talking to you guys. But I really hope that you understand what I'm talking about here, that you connect to what I'm talking about here. We can do something, we can establish something together. And guys, if you want any help, bi'idhnillah, everyone who's watching me, who's already been in contact with me, you know that I am here to respond to your messages. So please, send me a message, shoot me something, you know, talk to me. I went through a lot of stages, and I understand what a lot of the youth, the Muslim youth, go through. Talk to anybody that you can trust, you know, open up and try to connect. I think that was my message, yeah. And I hope that I delivered it in a proper manner. Take care, you guys. I'll see you in the next video, bi'idhnillah.